Okay, how about now? What is happening? Dude, I was just streaming on Chris's Twitch channel. I didn't realize it. Oh, that's hilarious. Hoonjive, happy birthday, brother. Man, actually, I totally forgot about that because you mentioned it. Dude, really, really, happy birthday, Hoonjive. Man, that's really cool that you're hanging out. I was actually, I didn't know if I was going to have anybody here because I know there's a UFC tonight and heavyweight championship fight tonight with Deontay Wilder. So, hey, Carol Brown, there's Dawn. What's going on? Jessica, Shook, Joaquin, Doc Holliday, Amanda Stewart. Man, this is awesome. You materialize out of thin air. I started earlier, and there was somebody in the chat, and I had to delete it and start over because it wasn't monetized. I mean, it was already set to be demonetized, so Chris had to change some stuff around, and I'm afraid she's over there on the old stream. I don't know, but I hope she makes it over here. I don't remember the username. Let's see who we got. We got Sarah Proudfit's here, Lord Stephen Janet's, Christian Oles, Ocean Mist, Carol Brown again, Dawn. Man, that's cool, Dawn, that you are able to watch tonight live. Really, really cool. Linda Stanfield, what is happening, everybody? This is so cool. I actually, man, I'd planned on doing this a few hours ago, but I made the mistake. I actually, for Hoonjive's birthday, I made a huge crock pot of beans, and so I decided to go to Cracker Barrel and get some cornbread. Mistake. Saturday night, that was a mistake. You want to give yourself an anxiety attack? Go to the Cracker Barrel on Saturday night just to get freaking cornbread. I could barely, walk through there. I had to walk sideways through everybody, and then these youngsters at the counter, like, cornbread. That's all you want? So anyway, it was that was crazy. So then I left there and went to Walmart for toothpicks because Chris and I love toothpicks. We have to have them, and nightmare. That was a nightmare too. And it's so cold and windy here right now. I don't know what it's like wherever you're at, but here for the last few days it's been so windy. Who we have here? Living My Rhapsody. Oh, it was you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you called it and came over. I was so worried about that. We got Legal Jedi in the house. Amanda Kane, what's going on? But so anyway, the cornbread toothpick trip took about 2 hours probably, and so man, it was just it had me all frustrated, and so then I had to get home. We ate, and so here I am in the flesh. So Aaron, Thursday Adams, what's happening? Natasha Conrad, man, thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I thought I was gonna have to, wait around to see if anybody showed up, and I got a lot to talk to you about. Of course, you see the stream name is Love in Westeros Part 2. Damn it. This always happens. Drinking water. We'll get to that. So, Sarah says it's been warm. Upper 30s, low 40s. That's warm? Wow. So, anyway, where was I at? Totally lost my train of thought. All right. Oh yeah, the title. The title says Love in Westeros. But what I wanted to do in the beginning of this is kind of give an update. I left you guys hanging in the comment section of the other video, the first part one, about, I had a doctor's appointment. So, bear with me as I kind of set this up for you. Hold on one second here. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. Lord Stephen said, did you take a walk today? I really didn't, to be honest with you, but I have. I've been walking a lot. So, basically, all of you guys know, especially all the names I see here, you all know that I, was married for, well, I'm still technically married, but we were together for like 17 years. Damn it. And all that, when that fell apart, and the fallout of all that, I lost a lot of stuff, and one of the things I lost was health insurance. So I was taking blood pressure medicine. I have been taking it probably for about 15 years, we'll say. Just normal part of my routine. And so, and it's literally one of those $4 medicines at Walmart, right? But I lost my primary doctor. He kicked me out because I missed too many appointments. So I went without my blood pressure medicine for quite a while. Well, recently, you guys know, since then I moved in with Chris, and I've told you guys about my stressful job that I don't have anymore, and how, it almost killed me and everything. Well, all that anxiety, it was just, and I told you about the chest pains and all the scares about having a heart attack and all that. Well, someone told me, there was a free clinic near where we live. So I went over there, and I took with me my notepad, and I showed them right there at the front desk. I'm like, look, I need to be seen. Here's my daily blood pressures. I think I'm a ticking time bomb. That's what I said. And so they took me in. They said normally, it's a 2-week period, waiting period to get in. You have to go upstairs and fill out a lot of paperwork and stuff. But they took me in, and they checked me out really well. I'm still waiting on the results of my blood work, but they did an EKG on me, and so it turns out, basically, that I have had a heart attack, a minor, I guess you would say, which when I talk about it, it's my heart. I mean, it doesn't feel minor to me, so I got a copy of my EKG, had somebody look at it, and they said, yes, in fact, you have had, it does show that you have had, I guess, a mild heart attack. Basically, what needs to happen now, pretty much what happened was, you know how I'd be at my job and I would have these bad chest pains, and I went to the hospital, and I know you guys, I told you guys about it. So, they did a stress test on me. They kept me overnight and all that, and then they basically just tell me it's anxiety. And I told you, I think they said I had this. It's called bigeminy, and they told me there's nothing to worry about. All right, so they said that evidently I've had chest pains and didn't go to the hospital, and I should have. Thank you so much, Legal Jedi. Thank you so much. If you only knew. So I should have gone, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm tired of going to the ER and, wasting my time and their efforts for them to tell me that I'm dealing with anxiety. But, I think I told you guys, I would tell everybody else. I mean, I had these horrible, horrible chest pains, man. It was just like my chest was so tight, like just hurt so bad, so much pressure. And, to find out that it was just anxiety, I didn't want to waste my time again, but evidently I should have gone. So now I need better images. Of course, they need to, I guess, inject something in me, and do another stress test, so they can get some really good images and see how much, damage was done. They said my left ventricle, which is on the bottom of your heart, my left ventricle is enlarged, due to, I guess, long-term, hypertension, high blood pressure. And, so, I've heard some really cool stuff that, our body is amazing, and that sometimes you can have a vessel on your heart block, and smaller vessels around it can realize basically, hey, we need to help get some oxygen over here to this damaged part that's not getting any oxygen, and they can kind of reroute and help get blood over there. So, I'm hearing this kind of stuff. It's really positive, but I have, it shook me up. So what I'm waiting on now is, they changed my medicine, right? So now I'm on different medicine. She literally, this little Vietnamese lady, she was so cute. She took my medicine that I had with me and tossed it over her shoulder and banked it off the wall into the trash can, and then wrote me some new medicine. So I got my medicine, and then I had to go the next day upstairs to do the paperwork to get me into the system or whatever. So once you're in the system, now I'm going to receive this card in the mail that says I'm part of the free clinic. All these people are volunteers, and they were so amazing, man. To know that these people, have other jobs, and then they take time and take their, expertise and offer it to people who, don't have insurance and can't afford insurance. This is just really cool. And so you would think you would get crappy service. Maybe I shouldn't think that way, but I kind of went in there thinking that. And, but I was treated so good there. They were just amazing. And they have a pharmacy there on site. So I was able to get my medicine, and I've been taking it. It took me a couple days to adjust to the medicine, and I've been drinking water. I had 2 soft drinks in a week and 2 frozen cappuccinos, where normally I'd have a frozen cappuccino every day, and how I loved my cheer wine. and sweet tea. I love that. Well, not anymore, Jack. I've been drinking water like crazy. I have lost 5 pounds in a week, and I've been watching my portions, and so I'm feeling pretty optimistic about it. But when I get this card in the mail, then they can schedule me to go see a specialist, which is like off-site from the free clinic, so I can go to the hospital, get this, imaging done and the things like that I need, so we can see what's up with my heart. So I'll let you know. Of course, I feel pressure constantly now, and I get a little paranoid about it, but I'll tell you, it was a wake-up call. So I wanted to let you know that, yes, in fact, I wasn't crazy. I kind of feel like the boy who cried wolf. I would tell everybody, hey, I think I'm having a heart attack or whatever. My chest hurts so much. If you say that so much to people, it just loses something. The first time it's like, oh, people are at the hospital checking on you when they keep you overnight, and then next time you go, just a few people come, but no, yeah, really sucks to find out after the fact. But that's what happened. I've had some small episode, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to have to get stents or whatever. I doubt it. But I will definitely let you know. So I'm going back through here. I see Sarah Proudfoot says, hope you feel better. Will any couple survive or just be together and figure out love later? Good question. Because I do want to transition off of my heart, or I'll just be here dwelling on it. And when you dwell on it, you can think about it. You can feel it. Yes, Sarah Proudfoot. It is radioactive dye. You're exactly right. Jessica Shook says, my aunt had a mild heart attack 2 weeks ago. Wow. Please take care of yourself, James. We all love you. I love you guys too. Aaron says Kevin Smith had a stroke. No, Kevin Smith he had a heart attack. Sure did. I loved his video. I watched it, man. It was really weird because it was like the same time that I was getting this news. I got this news Monday, I think it was Monday. But he was awesome, wasn't he? He really was cool. Those videos, and I recommend anybody to go watch those. He's just a cool guy in general. I've always liked him. Silent Bob. Natasha says, I'm so glad you're doing better. We all are guilty of skipping those doctor visits. Yeah, so I'll just say this. Being married for so long, I was used to, it's terrible to say, but I was used to somebody telling me where to be and when to be there. That's why I missed the doctor's appointments. It was just, I don't know. I didn't have somebody to tell me, Emerald Dawn, what's up? Says, sorry I'm late. I kind of scrolled back, guys. I'm sorry I'm not live with you. Peach is here. Thanks, Peach. Says, wow, I'm impressed. I hate water. I really don't like it either, but it's not that hard for me. Really. I'm surprised how good I'm doing. So, hey, Fractured's here. What's up? Amanda Duncan's here. Living my Rhapsody, man. Alyssa Banks. Thanks, guys. Desert Dragon. Hey, did you commandeer Chris's Twitch? I did. I did. When I first went live, I was like, what's happening? And I typed in there, I said, am I streaming? Chris said, nope. And then he said, oh, you're streaming on my Twitch. So I did. That's funny you noticed that. There was like a minute, 20-second stream that I did on his Twitch, and he deleted it. But Peach says, yeah, that's true, James. My husband would not keep on top of things if I didn't tell him to. Yeah, and it's a shame that men tend to be like that. It's almost I was in a strange relationship. It really was. It was that could be like a 5-part series, but no, it was more like a mother-son type relationship. She was kind of really dominant. You know me, you know how I am. So, yeah. Anyway, look, we got Terry T, Lady Warrior of House Tinfoil. Thank you. Oh, Pete, you corrected yourself. I saw that, but I wasn't gonna say anything. Hetty, what's going on? You're doing really well. Be proud. Man, I appreciate that. And I should feel proud, but I don't know. How did I wind up here, you know? I never dreamed it. Never dreamed it. That's bullshit, man. I really did. I kind of... My family history, you know... I expected it, just not this soon. That's how I should have said it. I didn't expect it this soon, but I did expect it. Let's see. So yeah, Aaron says eat fish, take fish oils, they help. I'm down with anything. I mean, the problem with fish, though, for me, I'll be honest with you, is I'm used to fried, you know, battered and deep fried fish. That's the way I like fish. Broiled, I don't know, but I do like tuna, so I could do that. But yeah, Cuddly Crow. Yeah, I have actually had some kind of mild heart attack, and I will have to find out later how much damage was done. But yeah, so I guess we could kind of segue from my heart to hearts in the show. You know, we threw that video out there, my last stream, and it stirred up a lot of comments, and I really enjoyed reading every one of them. So Hetty says fish oils come in capsule form. Yeah, but can you batter those and deep fry them, Hetty? So Lady Warrior says you're in my prayers. I appreciate that. All the, you know, prayers and, you know, good vibes, positive vibes you could throw my way would help a lot. I mean, because, you know, I got rid of the stress, and I told everybody that stress was going to kill me. And I mean, I could have freaking died at that damn job. And so the problem is, though, you get rid of the money, you know, so the money, that part hurts. And so now what I got to do is kick myself in the ass and get more videos out and see if we can grow this thing, man, because you guys rock. Hey, man, I got some super chats. Don't ask me if I've been to a fair lately. They batter and fry everything. I'm guilty of selling deep fried candy bars, you know, battered. I sold Krispy Kreme donut burgers, or let's see, you know, I sold funnel cakes forever, but I even put bacon on funnel cakes. You know, when, you know, the bacon craze, I actually bought real bacon pieces and would cook them and sprinkle them on top with chocolate. I mean, it was sweet and savory, and I mean, I've battered and deep fried so many things. It's ridiculous. So I don't know. I've spent probably a quarter of my life standing over a deep fryer. John Martin, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. It says, keep rocking, James. You make my day. Dude, y'all make my day, and I appreciate that. And you guys definitely rock. Jonathan Phoenix, thank you so much for super chat. It says, look into the keto or paleo diet, but it changed my life. If you don't change your diet, it will only get worse for you. Yankees favorite to win it all? Absolutely. No doubt about it, man. I would bet the house on them right now. I would. Barring injury. Yeah. But the keto, I'm not familiar with. The paleo, I had a friend tell me about the paleo diet 10 years ago, maybe. And I was like, when you say paleo, I mean, it sounds like you're talking about like a caveman, and that kind of is what it is, you know. So let's see here. Cameo is in the house. Welcome, Cammy. Peach, Stacy 27. If you don't mind me asking, what did you do as your job? now you're gonna laugh. No, maybe not. It makes sense. You know, I didn't like make widgets and just stamp widgets all day, and that just stressed me out to death. You know, no, I was an office administrator, in an office of one, me. You know, my fingerprints were on everything, every single aspect of that company. So just think of all the departments that would be in a normal office. It was a small business, but generated a lot of money, a lot of revenue. We had contracts with AT&T, Google Fiber, Spectrum. It's, as I was leaving, Verizon. I mean, so, and it was all me. Anyway, let's see. I would like to talk about where we left off last time. And I'm going to pull it up on my phone here so I can see the comments from last time. What the hell? I'm an idiot. Anyway. All right, so it seemed like, you know, there were some of you guys who agreed with my take on Danny and John, right? I said that it seemed to me like it was more lust than love. They kind of, you know, these two young, attractive people who find themselves, you know, who start out in bad positions, right? And then they work their way up. It takes, you know, a lot of weird things happening for them to move up, because it's not, you know, straight vertical. I mean, they had to shift around on their way up the ladder to become powerful like they are, right? So we watched them go through all that, and then they get through all these obstacles and hurdles and other relationships, and then they meet. And I remember I was all like, you know, giddy as hell when they met too. I wanted them to hook up just like everybody did. And so my take was that either a lot of stuff happened off camera, or is shallow. That's what I've got from it, right? Well, some people were pointing out some things in the comments that made it seem like I was kind of like, oh yeah, you're right. You know, the cave scenes and all that, and how Dany introduced her kids to Jon. Now, you know, I didn't think about that. So, you know, maybe it's on a deeper level than I was giving it credit for. I will say that you know, we're not sure about the time that's gone by, so possibly could have been some romancing, but here's the thing. If in fact they, D Brown, thank you so very much. I need to go over, let me finish this thought, and I'm going to go over to the Streamlabs and check that out. Thank you so very much. But you know, think about it this way. If a lot of stuff took place off camera and we don't understand how much time has actually gone by, right? Well, why is it then that when they do jump back from, you know, wherever they were back to Dany and Jon on Dragonstone, she's acting all coy and he's acting all, you know, I'm Jon Snow, you know, just Mr. Serious all the fucking time. If the ice was broken while we were away, they would have seemed more comfortable together to me, you know? So that's my take on that. I think, I don't think that a lot of stuff happened off screen. I just don't. And yes, man, the fact that she took off and went north of the wall and sacrificed, you know, her child to save him. Don't get me wrong. I do know that in her heart, she feels something for Jon, you know, that's deep. And Jon, at this point, I feel like she's deeper than he is. She's more invested in it than him. I guess if I had to give you reasons why I feel that way, I would say because he's excuse me, because he's all in on the war. I don't think that he digs her any less than she digs him. I just believe that he's kind of laser focused on this war. And, you know, sex with Dany is kind of a speed bump for him to achieve what he really wants to achieve, and it's to end all this madness. It's a fringe benefit. But I worry that she's more invested than he is. So let me really quick, and we can get back in touch on that. See here. Okay. Legal Jedi, thank you so very much. Says hello, James. And then D Brown, thank you very much. It says take care of yourself, no question. Love you. Love you too. I really do, man. You guys have no idea how much you've helped me through all of this craziness. And it keeps coming, don't it? It seems to. Like, the longer you hang out with James, man, the more you see. He's got this black cloud that follows him. So at least stay tuned for that. What's going to happen next, you know? So here we go. Let me see what you guys are saying. Joe Justo, show my love, James. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Joe. Dakota Bartlett says, well done on the podcast, my dude. You think so? I really appreciate that. Yeah, man. So I'm on the Side Effect podcast now. I'm a regular on there. And so there's one out. We have recorded another. And it's really fun. And there's good chemistry there because the four of us, you know, we all stayed together in a house at Con of Thrones last year. So, you know, we've interacted, you know, in person, and I don't know, it's comfortable. It really is. I feel like it's four good friends hanging out talking about different topics, and so far I love it. I don't see that changing either. But thanks for bringing that up. And Amanda Kane says, I keep waiting for Chris to bust open the door and slide in like Kramer. Dude, that's funny. I love the way Kramer enters a room. Oh, that used to crack me up so much. Peach says, keep the beanie alive. Well, thank you so much, Peach, because I questioned it. I've changed back and forth like 3 times before I actually sat down to film. That's funny that you say that, and I appreciate your beanie love. Doc Holliday, DeWalt, yes. So Doc's listened to it. Yeah, that we had a lot of fun with DeWalt. That was funny. And if any of you guys, you know, are wondering what we're talking about, definitely go check out the Side Effect podcast. You can listen to it like you do any other podcast, but there is a YouTube channel, so you can go check it out there. Job, yes, history is a lie. So, dude, you guys have listened to it. That really makes me happy, man. Fun stuff, and there's some smart dudes. You know, Chris, Tarzan, and Val. They're all smart, very smart people. So it's just really fun to jump into some crazy topics with them. Oh, Pete says, who are the four? So, yeah, I just named it. It's myself, Chris, Val from Because Geek, and Tarzan from Trial by Trivia. It is fun times. A lot of good laughs on there. Oh, God. Let's see here. Mamma Mia. I think John and Danny will marry when he finds out she is pregnant. I think Sansa will marry Jaime. Wow. He will rock up to Winterfell with some of the Lannister army. And Arya marries Gendry to tie the families. Wow. I have not... Okay. All right, I'm going to take this one at a time, Mama. I think John will marry... He'll marry Dany when he finds out she's pregnant. Yes, I do too. Now, again, like we talked about, and I focused a lot on in the first part of this, is I'm not always sold on that necessarily being the right thing to do. Again, would he marry her without the pregnancy? Yes, I think he would, because, like, John, I believe he's that type of guy. Yeah, he's not the kind of guy that would just whore around. I think he would. Now let's talk about the others that you said. What about Sansa and Jaime? You know, never thought about that. I've never ever thought about Sansa and Jaime marrying, and I have to put more thought into that. Now, Arya and Gendry, a lot of people think that, don't they? So, yeah, I think out of those three things you're saying, the Sansa and Jaime thing, that really throws me. I actually don't think Arya will marry. Chris and I have talked about that, and I know he said that. I do agree with that. She does not seem like the marrying kind. But talk about I don't know. That would just be a trip. See, looks like I was gonna say smokescreen. What is he? Does Bronn know the secret? That's guys. I want you guys to respond to what Chris is saying there, and see if you know why he says that. Okay, hold on. Linda H says, I think you're too hard on Jon. He loves her as much as he can now, but he has to get the world safe first. That's kind of what I'm saying, Linda. I'm not trying to be hard on him. I am saying that, like I said, he's laser focused on the war. And I did say I believe he's the kind of guy who would marry her. If he sleeps with her, that means he cares enough about her to marry her. That's kind of what I'm saying. Now, also, what I want to say is, as far as sleeping around, right? Shit out of me, man. Oh, God. There he is, guys. Wasn't like Kramer, but it scared the hell out of me. So, all right. In the last stream, I talked about Tyrion, and this was another point I wanted to bring up. Tyrion, I told you, all right, I said Tyrion had, defense mechanisms to deal with, the way he feels, the way he's treated, not just by his own family, but society in general. So, Tyrion, I think he slept around a lot. He kind of, I think that was, I feel like he is a really cool, like, sincerely romantic guy who when you're introduced to him, he looks like he seems just like a whore, but the more you get to know him and you get to feel his character and how he has had to adapt to the situation he was born into, it's understandable that he would seek love or any kind of affection through the arms of all these different women. You know what I'm saying? So I think he would laugh it off. Or, you remember the scene when Jaime walks in on him and everything. But at the end of the day, and as well as we saw, he's fallen in love with a prostitute, and then the horrible story about, him losing his virginity to a prostitute, and Jamie, Tywin had all the Lannister soldiers have sex with. After, this prostitute, they'd paid her, and she convinced Tyrion that they had something, and I kind of feel like they probably did. That's one of the saddest stories, where he had to watch all those guys have sex with this woman, this girl that he had fallen for, and then made him go at the end. His dad did. That was terrible. But I'm kind of getting off track. The point I was trying to make, as far as that's another one of Tyrion's defense mechanisms, was, sleeping with multiple partners. That doesn't make you less of a romantic. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't numb anything. It's, you're seeking out the acceptance of someone. I hope I'm making sense. I really do, because if you ask me, he is probably. What's up, man? Kyle, thank you, man. Azor hype in the house. Thanks for hanging out, man. So yeah, I totally believe that Tyrion is, in his heart, he would rather not had all those sexual partners. I really think that. And let's see. Sarah Prophet says Danny, Mary, and John wouldn't be bad politics, would it? I don't know. It is. There is a weird, little conflict of interest type thing there. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they're a good enough team to pull this off, and it will, if they can win this war, and both survive, it'd be one hell of a partnership. It really, really would. I'm talking politically. It would be best for everybody involved. It would be so awesome. Let's see. Stacy27 says, just because love you. Thank you so much. And you know what I'm going to say. Love you too. Look here. Kyle says, should Dust on the Throne and Azor Hype team up at Con of Thrones for a collab? Absolutely, brother. I think we should team up before them, man. I actually, that's crazy you're here and I'm like talking directly to you, but I almost reached out to you today and told you basically everything I just admitted at the beginning of this video. Actually almost hit you up to tell you about that, and listen, I have to thank this guy so much. So I'm going to do it live in front of, everybody watching, and in front of everybody that's going to see this video. Kyle, you single-handedly, helped my channel reach the number of view time and the hours viewed that it needed. And I really appreciate that. Your call to banners, that was just the coolest thing you could have done. And I mean, man, I owe you big time. I really do. And if I do see you at Con of Thrones, I'm gonna give you a big damn tie-dyed hug. And you might have to go get back surgery again. Nah, man. But I really, much love, man. That was awesome. And let's see here. Yes, that is Michael Jordan in the mirror back there behind me. You remember in my bedroom, there was a Nolan Ryan picture, poster in the background. Well, this is Chris's bedroom, and he is a huge Jordan fan. And I actually interviewed Chris about his obsession with Michael Jordan on my sports channel, that little sports channel I started with, Daily Useless Sports Trivia. So, all right. So I've made my point about Danny and John, and I think that will always be, kind of the main romance that everybody thinks about. I think prior to these two hooking up, it's like they took the torch from Rhaegar and Lyanna. And to me, they really shafted us on the show with that. With just those little clip of them, I would have liked to have seen that. So if they, these spinoffs they're talking about, you're spot on. Okay. The clips, the spinoffs they're talking about, I would hope we get to see that. I would love to see the story of Rhaegar and Lyanna on screen. And I've always said that, I wish they would make a movie, because the last year's season finale, if I could have sat and watched that in a theater, man, that would have just been fantastic. I thought about it so much, man. That the whole wall coming down, all that. That was, imagine seeing Battle of the Bastards on the big screen, man. And, I used to have a 73-inch TV. I know that I used to have a projector. So I know there are people who are watching this sometimes 100 inches, on their wall. But there's nothing like the theater, man. I just really, really wish at some point, when this dies off, if a theater, some local theater in a small town would open up and be able to, project these and show these in a theater format, it would almost be like Rocky Horror Picture Show, how, it never dies. People will always come watch it. That would be just so cool to just play it, all of them. I'd love to see them. But at some point, if they would make a movie, that would be great as well. All right. So, yeah, I wanted to touch on Rhaegar and Lyanna. Because I'm like conflicted over this, because I loved Robert Baratheon, and this is almost like a reverse of Tyrion. Okay, Tyrion slept with a bunch of whores, right? For like an empty heart. And Robert did for a broken heart. It's weird, man. Like, he was married to Cersei. His heart was somewhere else. So, like, he just kind of drank and lost himself and went out whoring. But I just truly believe, had he married Lyanna, he would not have been a whore dog. I really believe that. I loved Robert Baratheon. You could see in his eyes the way he looked at her statue. Anytime he talked about her, he truly, truly loved her. But yet the guy we see is damaged goods. He's out screwing around on his wife, who's screwing her brother on the side, and who knows who else. So, can't really dog him too much for that. But I don't believe he would have been that guy. I believe he'd have been a great king. You remember how they used to talk about how like he's absent, pretty much when they would have the small council meetings and talk about, and when Ned discovered how in debt they were and he was pissed off, that would not have happened had Robert had been in the same situation with the woman he really loved. So there was another love that I actually didn't even intend to talk about tonight. I totally forgot about that. But you gotta give it to Robert on his love for her. It makes you feel bad because the man who killed Rhaegar at the Trident, was so different than the man we said goodbye to on the show. And, if both those guys being best friends, I just have to imagine Robert would have been way different had he not lost the love of his life. So let's see here. Oh yeah, no, Terry T says Lyanna didn't want to marry him. No, I agree. Yeah, totally. I know that. That's the missing part. I'm just talking about Robert himself. He was totally in love, and so I just feel like if people judge him for his actions after she was gone, he was a damaged man at that time. That's all I'm saying. Sure, she was in love with Rhaegar. I get that, and that's cool as well. But yeah, living my Rhapsody, he is another broken man. I agree. And that's what love does. It's what love does to all of us at some point. The people you care about the most can hurt you the most, and Robert's a good example of that. And then you got Ned and Ashara. I talked about that in the last video. That's a toughie. Hey, Anita Reinhardt. Welcome. Ever breed love. Robert was making the 8. Yes. Let's see. Sarah says, is Sam the only not screwed up person in this show? I don't know. Sam, he's a special character to me. He really is. Doc Holliday. That's awesome. Mick Jagger couldn't have said it any better himself. But hold on. I'll get back to Sam. Natasha says, I don't know that Robert truly loved her. To me, it felt more like she was his, and the fact that some other man took her was a huge slight to him as well as his pride. I can agree with you to an extent. Obviously he's a prideful man, and there are times that maybe he talks like, see, sometimes you gotta let these things play out, because you got me thinking now. I just still picture him in the crypts. And also how, like, that was the first place he wanted to go as soon as he came to Winterfell. And so the way I took it was that on that long journey, so much going on and everything, but his mind was like, I can't wait to get there so I can go in the crypts. You know what I mean? Not so I can see Ned and ask him to come back to King's Landing with me. So I just saw that look in his eye. And again, we are talking about the actor and in a specific scene. So yeah, knowing the Robert that we grew to know, maybe had they stayed together, he could have, been been possessive and browbeater and shit like that. That's possible. That is possible. I truly believe, though, that his heart was broken, not just his pride. And again, it's just my take. I buy into that. There's just that actor, the look. I bought it, hook, line, and sinker. But you bring up a good point. You really do. Terry T says, Terry's responding to Linda. Robert could have been one of those guys that was just in for the chase, and once he got the girl, he got bored and moved on. That's very true. That does happen a lot. He's there, more important in ultimately winning the girl than actually being with the girl. Sure, I could see that. I sure could. Now, it's tough though. I mean, let's say he didn't kill Rhaegar. Is there a guarantee Rhaegar was going to be a great husband? There's a lot of things have to play out. Could he have gotten bored with Lyanna? I mean, it's not written that way, but I guess my point was about the whoring, about how that shouldn't necessarily, you shouldn't necessarily judge somebody like by that only, because some things could cause that. And I was just trying to make that little parallel between Tyrion and him. I would say, to answer the question about Sam, basically the question was, is Sam the only not screwed up character? Let's see. I feel like that Davos is probably a just straight up cool as they come dude. I think Davos is he's a person who is capable of loving deeply. We've seen that. I mean, he's done some things screwed up, but you could tell with the loss of his son. That was tough. And then what about? Would you guys mind if I took a quick break? I would like to. I really, really, really need to use the bathroom really quick, but I want to talk about Jorah as well. Bless his heart, man. Yeah. Let me just collect my thoughts really quick. If you guys will hang out, I'll be right back. So, hold on one second. Linda Stanfield says, "Hey James, please answer Janet's question." Let me see here. Let me go. trying. I'm trying. Okay, here we go. Is it the one says you rock? Okay, Q&A. If you could hang with just two people in the Game of Thrones, who would it be? Dead or alive? Please answer. Absolutely. Okay. I'll answer that first when I get back. If I could hang with two people, dead or alive, I'll answer that. That'll be the first thing I answer when I get back. Okay. Hold on one second. I actually don't even know how to damn pause this thing like Chris does. I just need a catheter. Chris!
Click over to the left on Be Right Back.
I got you. Yeah, man. I was going to do that part. I saw that. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to yell at you. But yeah, I'll be right back in two, like Chuck Woolery. Can you hear me? Am I back? Let's see here. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. Okay. So, thanks guys. Thanks for letting me have that little break. I feel so much better. So, I have to answer Lord Stephen Janet's question. If I could hang with just two people in Game of Thrones, who would they be, dead or alive? All right. I'm definitely hanging out with Tyrion. I think Tyrion would probably be one of the two for most people, I would think. And then, my second is tough. Really, really tough. Maester Aemon. Love that dude. Love him so much. I would just pick his brain and listen to stories. He'd be cool as hell. It'd be a hell of a group of people. Me, Tyrion, and Maester Aemon. That's funny. So, oh, cool. Dawn says everybody talked amongst themselves. That's awesome to know. Oh, and also Dawn says Tyrion and Davos. That would be awesome. Tyrion and Bronn. Damn it. That's a good one. It's a good combo. Now that would be way more fun. Speaking of Bronn, how about this? Hold on. Fractured Empiricist says, it depends. Are we talking just hanging out or Netflix and chill? Now, if we're talking Netflix and chill, come on. Who am I hanging out with? You tell me. My two for Netflix and chill is going to be Melisandre and Cersei. I'm sorry, but that's it. You know that. So here we go. Olivia says Podrick. I'm sure. Felicia, you got it. So, anyway, speaking of Bronn, I'm going to give a t-shirt away. A tie-dye t-shirt for, let's see, the first 3 people to email me why Chris asked that question. Email me at dustonTheThrone@gmail.com and tell me why Chris asked that question. I will put 3 people's names, the first 3 people, in a drawing, and I will do it on my next stream. And so you'll have a 33 1/3% chance of winning if you're one of the first 3 to jump in there. But he asked that question about Bronn. Does Bronn know the secret? I think that's what he said. So, yeah. Email me. First 3, they'll be time stamped. I'll see them. Why Chris asked that question. Does Bronn know the secret? And so next time I stream, somebody's getting a t-shirt, or I'll have to give you the answer. It might take you a little while. All right. So anyway, Jason, Clutchy. Netflix and chill with Cersei. That'd be the worst. Popcorn with butter. Why do I even have you around? No. Dude, Livia says Rob Stark can get it. I am glad you said Rob Stark, because I wanted to say that, you know, the Red Wedding, that tore me up, because he's a cool dude. He was a cool guy, and he was in love, and you know how I am. I mean, I'm all about love, and to see the way that went down, damn it, that broke my heart. But I think he would be a solid guy. When somebody asked about Sam earlier, do you guys not think so? Rob Stark, he was a cool dude. Jessica, hate to do it, but I'm going to have to go to bed. Love y'all. James, I hope you get better soon. Thank you so much, Jessica. We love you. And thank you so much for taking time on a Saturday night to hang out. It really, really means a lot. And, you know, that goes for all of you guys. I know there's a lot better things to be watching than my dumb ass talking about my issues and love on a Saturday night. But I appreciate it. This is so fun for me. Legal Jedi is going to cut out too. Good night, Legal Jedi. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for everything. It means a lot. Let's see here. Cassandra White says, I missed our calls. I had a date last week, so no clue on the question. Couldn't wait on James rest of my life to ask me. LOL. Oh, God. Cameos cutting loose too, I guess. Same to you, Cammy. Thanks so much for hanging out. Love you. And all right, so Stednark says Rob Stark just misunderstood Vito Corleone. He thought he said there's no offer you can't refuse. LOL. That's true. That is true. He did. He underestimated the Craster. I'm not fucking Craster. Oh, God dang. Why did I say Craster? Now I see his ugly ass, and now I'm stuck on fucking Craster. But he underestimated him. Should have married one of his daughters. Frey, thank you. My God, Joaquin. Thank you so much. Walter Frey. But yeah. Make him an offer he can't refuse. I'd rather have the horse head than what happened there. Jeez Louise, man. That was terrible. Dude, you guys are freaking... y'all got it going on in the chat, talking about the Netflix and Shield. Fractured, you really got something started there. Zora Hype, listen, Kyle says time for a donation train and also time for beer clock at Con of Thrones. Thank you so much, brother. Really. Again, as I said earlier, man, you helped me a ton, and I can't wait to see you at Con. It'd be fun. But I'll be talking to you before then, because I think before Con we should try to do something together. I'm flattered that you offered, and it'd be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Let me go here and do this really quick. Here we go. And let me scroll down here, and Hetty, thank you, Choo Choo. Dude, what has happened here? Doc Holliday, Choo Choo, I'll have a beer with any of you anytime, anywhere. Damn, man. That's what I mean, guys. Thank y'all so much. Terry T, Amanda Duncan. Oh, man, gosh. Stacy 27, Rough Girl Rough. Man, I missed a lot of those. You know, I get caught up thinking, you know, about what I'm going to say and trying to watch the chat, and I missed all this happening here. I appreciate this. You can't even believe, man. It's so awesome. Eddie said, "Choo choo." Kyle's damn train. Kyle, you got some clout, brother. When you ask, man, people help out a lot. You rock, man. Thanks for everything. So here we go. Now, see, I talked about Tyrion. Oh, yes, I said I was wanting to talk about Jorah. Now, Jorah, damn it. That whole thing breaks my heart. I think, you know, we've joked about him, called him, you know, Captain Friendzone and all this stuff. But speaking of looks in people's eyes, what about, you know, some of the looks he's given Dany? Are they not just break your heart sometimes? Especially, I picture the one where he's kind of looking back over his shoulder and sees Dany and Jon together. It was almost I understand kind of thing, kind of look. You know what I mean? You ever been that guy? I know that's a feeling, you know, where you're like, okay, you know, I'm just outgunned on all fronts. He's probably better, you know, suited for, I understand. But yeah, he deserves to find somebody to love him. He's a good dude too. Yeah, and Peach says Jorah is sexy, and you know, I'm reading the books, right? And I'm only on the second book. But the way he's written in there, yeah, that's the way he's meant to be. Older, you know, sexy, kind of macho dude, where sometimes in the books you almost feel like she's looking at him kind of that way. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I think they picked a good actor to play him. And I just don't think that in the show, Dany's character has made you feel like maybe as good as in the books. But she has on the show. There's been some moments where you're like, she's kind of thinking a little bit, you know, about this. What do you guys think? Yeah, covered with hair though. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Do you guys think that it's crossed Dany's mind? Cause I just there's been a couple times. I think he obviously would lay his life down for her. I think the whole time Sam was you know, hurting him so bad when he was curing that grayscale. I feel like he was thinking, you know, it's worth it because I'll, you know, go back to her and, you know, show her that I, you know, I did it. I'm the man for her. Cause that was a tough scene, man. He's getting that peeled off of him. That was just terrible, terrible. Sarah Proudfit says maybe a little, but she has the whole marry for politics thing. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It sucks too, because yeah, he is old enough to be her father. I see y'all saying that, but I really don't think, again, that matters too much when you are talking about love. Barbie Lopez says, I think it has crossed her mind in thought in one scene. You thought in one scene they were going to kiss. Yeah. So okay, cool. I picked that up. All right, so what is this one? Seriously, so maybe friend zone him so they still can have a thing after she marries someone else. That's jacked. The dude that's getting friend zoned is, he definitely will hang around. Let's see. John Martin. I hear you, brother. So, yeah, I think they picked a good, rugged-looking older man to play the part. I really do. Now, I got to ask, what about the Hound? What do you think about how he's changed and how sometimes Mike Bushnell in the house? What's up, brother? Welcome. Kind of winding this thing down, but welcome. But yeah, I think that the Hound's character is in a place now where he's ready to fall in love, and you worry. It's going to have to take somebody who's not, shallow. Shallow people get on my damn nerves, man. He's scarred, yes, but it could just as easily be a birthmark on his face. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that he can't help. So you need somebody that can overlook the scar and just love his sense of humor, because it's awesome. He's a funny guy. He's been through a lot. But I think he's just at this point where he's transitioning into somebody who's softening up, and I think that's the way he carried himself caused people to be standoffish around him. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how could somebody get close to him like that? But it kind of goes back to what I was talking about Tyrion. That's, Tyrion, of course, his height was, equal to the Hound's scar. So the Hound's defense mechanism, being huge dude and, tough guy, was to just, wear it. Just wear it. I'm aware being the ugly dude. And I'm telling you right now, the way that, oh hell, you guys, know how I am with names. Motherfucker. Joffrey. The way Joffrey called him dog. It was, oh my gosh, so horrible. And that just bothered me. But he wore that. He absorbed that. He took that in. And that added to how hard he was. Just added to that shell, that wall he had built. But now we've seen that wall come down. And I hope he doesn't die, without feeling that love. Let's see. Felicia Thomas McCormick, thank you so very much for the super chat. It says, Tormund tries to date Brienne. Jaime steps in for the cock block, but the Hound wins her over by virtue. Damn it. You're almost reading my mind. You really are. It's that conversation, the conversations between Tormund and the Hound about her. I know what you're saying, man. And then, the fight, that epic fight that they had. There's this mutual respect now between them. And, that has a lot to do with, what has happened with him was her, pretty much kicking his ass. And I think it caused him to crush on her really, really bad. Felicia, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. While we're on the Hound real quick, I just thought, he could have had his way with Sansa. If he was just that kind of guy who just wanted to get it in, he could have. It was right there. Right there. Kyle Dubs, dude, what's up? I haven't seen you on here. It says, James, what woman in the show would you match up with best? Yeah, now that's a good question because, I always talk about, as far as attraction, I always joke about Melisandre. But as far as matching up with, if I had to pick somebody that I feel like I jive with the best, damn it. It's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of them that are close. Who? God, Chris would kill me, man, if I said Catelyn. I'm going to come back to that. I can't take all night. You can see I haven't put much thought into it before, but because I've always joked so much. Peach Marjorie crossed my mind, but there's something about her that really just got on my damn nerves with fake smiles and shit. Brienne's on the list. Absolutely. I saw somebody say, old Nan. She actually crossed my mind too. That's funny. Amanda Kane said, I would kill you if you said Catelyn. I know, man. I don't want to say Catelyn, but I just think about, I couldn't stand Lysa. Of course, Cersei, just worthless. Oh, that's easy. It's easy. Gilly. Hands down. Damn, thanks for letting me think about that long enough. Okay, Kyle. Mira, yeah, good call. Alyssa, yeah, Ygritte was nurturing in her own way. She was. But yeah, no, Gilly, that's my girl right there. Yep. As far as just, being a match for me, and I think that's a good one. Let's see here. Terry T. Oh, Gilly's going to be at Con of Thrones. I think it's a hookup. That's right. Yeah, Chris told me that she was going to be there. That's really cool. Yeah, Tammy. Yeah, and Mira is good. Is good too. Those would be the, like, I was, of course, joking about old Nan, but I was just trying to think of people who I really think have the, kind of qualities that I'm looking for. And yeah, I think we've narrowed it down. I think we got Gilly number 1, Mira number 2, Brienne number 3, as far as just, for me. Kyle, if I hook up with Gilly, you're taking credit. Matchmaker. Oh God. Oh, Masandi, yes. Good call. Very good call. Damn it, you're changing my list now. But I've said that I think there's something about her that we haven't seen yet, a side to her. If there's not another side to her, she's definitely on the list. Good call. John Martin, thank you so much. Says Brienne, Chris and Brienne. Yes. Oh, God. Yeah, Kyle, Masandi is gorgeous, but she has very little personality. See, here's the thing. I think she needs a dude to open her up. You know what I mean? To get her to open up. Cause I think she's got a lot to offer personality-wise. She's just so quiet and reserved. And so if the right guy comes along, you saw she's not shallow at all. I mean, she literally hooked up with a dude without a penis. Dude, I mean, that says something about her. Yeah, God dang, y'all got my list all screwed up now. Mrs. Hoon, till you get a little wine in her. I see Hoon Jive's phone died again. He's back to Mrs. Hoon. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. So, yeah. Grey Worm, he does have that game, don't he? I mean, yeah. If you can charm the pants off of a girl and you've been castrated, basically, root and stem, yeah. I mean, you're doing good. Mike, what about you, Jiqui? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. No, attraction wise. I'm trying to think. I don't know. So you guys got me sized up pretty good. You see, I mean, you're nailing me. And Barbie Lopez says Yara is a badass. Absolutely. Now Yara, I could totally see hanging out with her and kind of seeing where it goes, she's a trip. Steph Snow, how much have I missed? A lot. Please make a point to go back and watch the beginning of this video once it posts, please. I fill everybody in on my health and my doctor visit. Let's see. Cuddly Crow says no one seems to like Mira for me. Yeah, I don't know why. Mira, I think, would be a good fit for me. Really, really. But exactly. Tammy Rolls nails it right there. Mira would be a good choice, but I think Gilly is sweet and loyal to those who deserve it. She is. And I actually identify a lot with Sam. And I've told you guys from jump that he's one of my Cassandra White. Oh hell. But yeah. I do. I've told you from the beginning that, you know, Sam was one of my favorite characters, and it's because, you know, of how I do identify with a lot of the things about Sam, you know, and that's why Gilly is good for him. He needed Gilly in his life, and she needs a Sam. And let's see here. Linda H. Booze Cruise with Yara. Hell yes. Yeah. You definitely got a Kyle Dubs. Froggy style. Wait a while. I can do it Froggy style. Oh, God. Let's see. This is probably, I guess, a good time to end this. 11:30. So that that'll put me at about a 2-hour stream. My time says an hour and 47 minutes. So I think, you know, I've touched on a lot of different love aspects. And what I enjoy about this, I'm going to tell you right now, is the interaction. So I'm sorry if I don't make enough eye contact with you, because I like being involved in what's happening over here, and that's so cool. Linda Stanfield says, I seem happier now, James. I am. I told you guys. I told you, you know, that job, it was driving me crazy, man. And as you heard at the beginning of the stream, it almost killed me. So why not be happy? And I get happy, you know, talking about love, and, you know, because I am one of those dudes who I like, you know, quote unquote chick flicks. I do. I love love stories. I love, you know, romance. Just always have. And so, like, you know, whereas you know, there are movies that, you know, have odd love stories in them, and I just, everybody's heart is different, right? But there's a match for everybody's, you know, heart out there. There is. And sometimes you got to fight to get them. Sometimes you know, it's easy. But everybody's love story intrigues me. I love it, you know. So I know people see me and see a big dude, you know, with a beard and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I'm not. My whole life, you know, it's what I've searched for and thought about was, you know, does it exist? This true love. And so, you know, hey, there's billions of people on this earth, man, and for two people to, you know, be a fit and a match, I believe in that. I mean, just star-crossed shit. I just love it when it's out of your hands. Desert Dragon, wow. Thank you so very much. I do not see a question or comment, but that means a lot. It really does. I'm trying, like I said, I think I've mentioned I'm freelancing. I'm doing some odds and ends for some people, tax work and some paperwork at a local garage here, trying to help a guy because that's the kind of stuff I do. But every dollar counts right now. Totally lost the income stream, but I'm not going to panhandle. I'm not going to get on here and beg for anything, but I will take the time on my stream to thank you, sincerely. Thank you. It means a lot. It does. So let me go over here. Something just popped up. Wow. Got a Streamlabs donation from Melanie Hinkle. Thank you so very, very much. It's fantastic. You guys are the best. You really are. Anyway, this is it's a good time to drop off here. Amanda Kane says, the Book of Love is a never-ending story. It is, man. And I know a lot of people get hurt. Dude, this whole time that chair's been sitting over there behind me. That's really odd. And now that makes me think, like, way back a long time ago, somebody said something about Invisible Man. Now I get it. Oh, it's the wrong shoulder. That's weird. Where was the saying? Oh, sometimes people get hurt, right? And they give up on love. But I don't think, don't ever stop believing in it. Some people start out not believing in it, and I don't get that. We'll all find it one day, or the opportunity will present itself, and you either have to be open and receptive to it, or you could miss something, really, really, really special. So I believe Olivia Joseph says, James, what's your favorite romance movie? The Notebook. The Notebook kills me. Brokeback Mountain kills me. That's a fucking amazing story. And then I love like oddball, love stories like oh God, yeah. Peach, When Harry Met Sally. Fucking excellent. Sleeps in Seattle. Yeah, really good. But there is a movie that's actually called True Romance. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. It was written by Quentin Tarantino. He did not direct it, but that's a really good love story. It was chock full of stars. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend True Romance. I love the relationship between Forrest Gump and Jenny. There's a ton of good movies. Let me think here. Dawn, you said you must be the only woman who doesn't like The Notebook. Maybe so. I have. Oh my God, High Fidelity. Who said that? Domino dancing. Love that. That's really cool, man. Yeah, I did. I mean, Dawn, it says you don't even like it. That puzzles me because there's so many different facets to that movie. I can't believe that somebody can't even just like it. But again, like I said, we're all different. I love them old. I love them young. I love I love everything about that. But yeah, I could sit here and read all yours and be like, yeah, that one, yeah, that one, yeah, that one. But pretty much all of them, I can find a lot of cool stuff in them. Many movies. Oh, What Dreams May Come. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good movie. Let's see, Desert Dragon. No, guys, I actually got an agenda here. Hoping Azor Hype can call out the Side Effect podcast on his next stream. Chris and Val said the channel took a hit when YouTube took it down. Thanks, Kyle. Okay, I don't know what all was talked about before that, but yeah, man, it did take a hit when YouTube took that down. God, you guys are naming some that I haven't seen. I'm telling you, I need to. And now there's a cool thing. I don't know if you know this, but tonight, I just noticed when you do a live stream now, the chat is saved. So like before, when I would close this, I would be like, I wish I could go back and read some of the chat and miss some things. Now it is saved, so I'll be able to go back and look through the movies that you guys have named, because I'm down. There's something about me. All right, Hoon Jive, Mrs. Hoon there, Cloud Atlas. Thank you. I've been trying to remember that damn movie for so long. Damn it. That's the one. I've literally been trying to remember the name of this movie. I have not seen it. I want to see that. Princess Bride. That's cool. That's a good one. One with Kevin Costner and a little boy. Trying to think of that. Roxanne, Linda Stanfield. Good one. That is a really, really good one for me anyway. You know what I mean? I can so relate to that movie. Yeah, I've been the voice behind the scenes for another dude before. Pisses me off. Lady Warrior of House Tinfoil, True Romance. That's the one I said earlier. I'm telling you, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. All time. Just can't get enough of that movie. I probably watched that movie 100 times. Troy? You don't think of it that way, but yeah. Regarding Henry? God dang, I gotta look at all these. Casablanca, that's a classic, yeah. So, whoa, don't make me yell into the mic like that, dude. That's funny as hell. Sorry, guys. So, say anything. Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes. That's such a good one. All right. I'm gonna, yeah. Felicia, good one. I'm just telling you, that's awesome. That's awesome. Silence of the Lambs, Doc Holliday. Oh, God. You guys make me feel like I haven't seen many movies, man, and I feel pretty much like kind of a movie buff. But yeah, I gotta watch some of these damn movies you're listing here. So yeah, it looks like Dawn's checking out, guys. This is thank you so much. We're dead on 2 hours right now. It's a good time to say goodnight, and I'm gonna go back and look at your comments and get a, get me a list together and go on a Netflix binge. Thank you so much for the suggestions, and Taming of the Shrew. I hear you, Sarah. Yeah. So yeah, Linda's saying goodnight too. So okay, guys, thanks for everything, and thanks for hanging out with me on a Saturday night. Makes my heart feel good. You guys are really dear to me, and you know that, and I consider each of you friends, and hopefully we all can hook up sometime, and whether it's ProtoCon or something, we will definitely put something together. And until next time, I'm going to come up with another topic, and may hit love again somewhere down the road, but I'll come up with another topic because this is so fun to me to just interact like this, and not necessarily be so structured. So thanks so much. Have a good rest of your Saturday night, and hopefully you'll be with us tomorrow night when we do our normal stream. But I love you, and till next time, Valar Tadias.